good idea. None of it needs to be refrigerated.
No, it wasn't refrigerated in there.
So, as we get up a little further, you'll see it a bit more. You'll have to look back. There it is.
You're going to have to edit.
Spotted Lake. Push it down. Turn down. There it is. Spotted Lake. A geological anomaly. That's it. And we're coming into the resort town agricultural hub, the Okanagan Osoyoos. There are other Okanagan towns that are also hubs. This is Osoyoos Lake. And across the other side of the lake is the Inkimip First Nations. And we're just coming down the hill now, and then on the other side you see a big road, and that's Anachrist Mountain. We'll be ascending that in about 10 minutes. I'm lost. Where are we?
Osoyoos, BC.
Yes.
British Columbia, Canada. We're riding on the dash of our truck.
So this is Osoyoos and Osoyoos Lake on either side. And this little path, little runway between the two lakes. Cross over. Leaving Osoyoos and now going up Anachrist Mountain. It's a big hill. Yeah, right. Okay, coming into Greenwood, and you can see the big chimney on the left. And that's an old smelter, I think, but this was a mining town. Greenwood is one of my favorite stops. Brick buildings, just we'll run the video right through to the end of town, but this is a really cool place. There is a little kind of a village on the right here as we come up that's just before you get into Greenwood, and it was part of the mining explosion that was here, and I believe it was coal, but it could be wrong. It might be gold as well. But this is this what you're seeing here on your right hand side, the housing is not Greenwood yet. This is still that little suburb, and I'll know it in a minute because there'll be a sign up here. And as soon as we come around this corner to the right, you'll hit Greenwood. But there's a beautiful little outdoor eatery right here on the right hand side. Totally cool. I would definitely stop here. Yes, so it's a town of Deadwood. That's what we just came through, Deadwood. And now if we pass Deadwood on the right here, where the food is, on the left as we go straight, this is now the actual town of Greenwood, and it's one of the prettiest places in anywhere you'll ever go. Brick buildings, as I said, lots of parking, lots of good food, and obviously with the real estate sign over there, opportunity. Legion meets here. On the left, the Copper Eagle. We've eaten there many times. They got a nice back patio that's quite private. This was a Japanese internment camp back in the Second World War. And up here on the left, you'll see a memorial and a tribute to the Japanese who pioneered here. A great little community. A lot of them moved out of Richmond, British Columbia, to here in the internment camp. A shameful part of our past, obviously. Because they were dedicated Canadians, even though they were of Japanese heritage. And you can see the gardens here now. It's the Nikkei Legacy Park over here on the left. And that is the Japanese memorial and a tribute to the Japanese community.
And we've camped here before.
Yes, the deer. Over on the left here is the camping space on the side, run by the town or the village. But a beautiful little spot, and some history here. Now, as we go through town, you're going to see the remnants of what was a tunnel as we just come around the corner here. We'll let you enjoy the scenery as we go around here. Southern British Columbia. On the left, you might have just noticed that was a heritage log cabin. Now, there is a nice lake, if you can get bookings. It's called Jewel Lake. It's just up the road here on the left. You'll have to make a left off the main highway here. Their main school. And a replica of the chimney. As we come around the corner here, you'll see the old train tunnel. I believe they moved ore out of this area. And I think it's right here on the right. There it is, right here on the right-hand side. There's the old train tunnel right there. You can see it. Personally tagged now. That's it. Okay. You've seen it. Greenwood. Take a picture of the valley. Side of the Kootenays, Southern British Columbia, called Grand Forks. We're just on the approach into town now. Downtown Rossland, British Columbia. Former mining town, now a ski resort, tourist town. Many hours here with fine dining, ice cream, and sightseeing. Down a big hill to trail. Another home of mining for, I believe it's zinc, Keremeos, and then a famous hockey legend, the Trail Smoke Eaters. And then it's a ways down the hill here. This is the start of the old downtown of Trail, BC. Home of Keremeos, the Trail Smoke Eaters, as I mentioned earlier. A town built on mining, but now recreation. Lots of fishing and outdoor activities locally. So this is Edgar, and just a little history on Edgar. First of all, the main thing you need to know is that he loves water and his stick. And he's 13 years old, and we got him from a breeder in Mission, BC, and brought him home. And when he was 8 weeks old, he was long enough that he could fit in my arm, and his nose would be right here in my elbow pit, I guess you'd call it. And he stayed that way for a few hours. Took him to PetSmart in Abbotsford and got him some stuff and brought him home. This dog is who I've been chasing for 13 years. It'll be 14 in November. We got him in January of 2009. And so, does that sound right? No, it's later than that. That doesn't add up. Maybe it was 2012 he was born, and we got him in 2013. Yes, that's how it works. So my timelines are off because we moved into a house in 2008, and that's what I keep thinking of. But no, our prior dog was a black lab border collie cross named Angel. Anyway, this guy, all he wants to do is chase a stick, and for 13 he's still pretty mobile, but he has never bitten anything anytime for whatever reason. He's so mild-mannered, and he'll spend his day trying to catch wood. But his eyesight is going. We think his hearing is going, or maybe he's just got old man's disease and he's just ignoring. It could be. Anyway, if you'd have seen him about half hour ago, he'd have been in the river, the Columbia River, which is where we're at. And so he's going to find that stick pretty quick. I don't know how he does it. His olfactory senses are, you know, you go around in circles and eventually comes upon it. Anyway, this is what Chasing Edgar is all about, is because that's my life. You get up in the morning, you feed him, you take him for a walk, he does his little morning business, and then, hey, not that way, hey, this way, over here. And you bring him home, and then in the afternoon you feed him and you take him for another walk, he does more business. And in between times, if he's out here camping, he's in a body of water swimming. So that's Edgar. That's Edgar's story. One thing I forgot to mention was that he's pretty smart. He obeys very well. Of course, he was well trained. We took him to training. But he's probably got about 20 to 30 words in the vocabulary, like cookie, yep, go, park, supper. I mean, there's a whole host of other ones he'll command to or knows what they mean. And walk, there's another one. He turned his eye slightly, but he knew he was outside, so he's not going on a walk. But it doesn't take him long to get tired now at this age. But he's still a pretty happy guy. Happy, always happy. I can't believe how happy this dog has always been. And he's always made us happy, which is one of the reasons we've kind of made this Chasing Edgar. But anyway, so now I'm going to go fishing and take my brewski, and he's going to have to go in the trailer because I can't have him off leash in a provincial park. We're right now in just outside Trail, British Columbia, at Beaver Creek provincial campsite, and I'm going to go over there to the Columbia River and see if I can catch me something. Apparently there's all sorts of things in here: pike, trout, grayling, I don't know, we'll see.
This really is just cool.
This is us watching one of our favorite YouTubers, Matthew Posa Adventures. P-O-S-A as is the word, how you spell Posa. Him and his dog Monty. Guy's an inspiration.
I'm so hungry.
But anyways, this is us watching Matthew Posa Adventures. I think it's the 18th of June. I can't be sure. I'm starting to lose track. But all I know is I'm chasing him. It's this way. This way. Hey, mister. You ready to go? Another day in the truck? Get your water bowl? Oh, we should probably put some water in that. Let me just take some water out of here. Make sure you got enough. We'll stop at the guard shack and refill this bottle. Hey? You just happy to be with us? That's pretty much it. Pretty simple life. So we had a good swim this morning in the Columbia River. And we're at a little place called Beaver Creek just outside of Trail, British Columbia. And we're all packed up, ready to go, hit the trail, say hi. And then, yeah, so beautiful campground here. Beautiful sunny day. It's really warm. And we'll get rolling on the road. I think we have an hour and a half of driving. Ooh, tough. And then 2 nights.
This says Fruitvale.
We blinked and we went through it. It's so small, but so cute. Somebody went in the water already. Isn't that right? Edgar, what's this? Is there something here? You're supposed to clean that up. Anywho, this is our lunch stop at Yak Provincial Campground. Say hello, Debbie.
Hello.
No, you're supposed to say hello, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie.
And then we have a beautiful river. A lot of water in it right now. This campsite's absolutely beautiful. You get a chance to stop in Yak, British Columbia. We're about 45 minutes to an hour west of Cranbrook. Battery died. Huh? Yeah. I don't think it charges it. I think it just keeps it going. Put it back in the truck. Edgar, what are we doing today? Take 3, because batteries keep dying on the GoPro. So let's just go through it. Toolboxes, tools, kits, bug spray, and so we are changing. This is where the hole where I put my Starlink pole. But the Starlink pole has got a 3D printer adapter on it, and it doesn't really seat the wire properly. So it doesn't give us a great connection. So we put the original one back on and moved it to the front of the trailer because we have a lot of tree cover here. And so the tree cover prevents us from getting a good signal. And then we just moved it forward and we're getting a little bit more open sky. So we're getting some signal now. So the project today is clean battery terminals, and of course, this TPMS system, which is new, sometimes when you're driving down the road, it disconnects to the module in the truck. So we're going to put, if I can find it, we're going to put this boosting unit on, and all it does is just hooks into the battery, and all wired underneath here. So it's got a clear view of the cab, and it's not interfering with this door. And yes, I could put it up here, but I'm afraid that the antennae will be blocked by this piece of steel here, so it'll be fine. 4 zap ties, we're good. So that's the project for today. We've already got water from the campsite because we're running low on water, and tomorrow is a must to find water, power, and sewer. And we are running low on water in the unit. And but luckily we're paying a premium here, $48 a night, and they do have running showers, so we'll be having a shower here tonight. Isn't that right, Edgar? Edgar the diarrhea king today. Holy cow. I don't know, he must have get into something we didn't know about, but boy, not good. So that's the project. Well, I did attach it to the top. It shouldn't interfere with it. I opened the box up, it's fine, doesn't interfere with it. And then climb over that hitch. Gonna bang my leg one day. Okay, lights on, perfect, that's what it needs to be. And I run the cord with zap ties, zip ties, zap tie, depending on where you live. It's one or the other. And then what I'm concerned about now is I'm gonna probably tape this so it doesn't vibrate up and down and wear out. And then I got it wrapped around here. I'll put some black electrical tape on that, and I'll secure it down here somehow. But I've got one to the positive and one to the negative, and this is 6-volt config, and hopefully that works. We'll see. It's an experiment. Nothing's ever 100%, is it? Okay, so TPMS relay now installed. I'm okay with this part, so long as the sending unit gets it and it receives it from the tires back there, which means at some point, if it doesn't work, this has to go lower on the chassis somewhere. But for now, I've got this all taped up in here so that it's not wearing the cable with the wind flapping around on it, and down here to the battery box. And I will change those alligator clips out when I get to a place where I can buy some proper connectors. So hopefully that works. So now the TPMS system should relay from here, the trailer, to here, to the truck, and we'll see how it goes with the next trip. Like, it's temporary for now, and if it works, then I'll wire these in hard rather than alligator clips. If it doesn't, then I'll relocate this thing down here on the frame somewhere so it can receive from the back tires, the trailer tires. It can receive. So I don't know if this is going to be blocking it from that distance. We'll see. We got a lot of storage space in here, so I put everything in bins. I can take out 5 or 6 bins and it's empty. And then all my stuff's in here. And since we're working on the TPMS system for the trailer, I might as well air these things back up. These another couple of pounds. Put 80 on the back and 60 on the front. Steak and onions on the grill. And now just cutting up a little bit of fresh garlic. We bought this garlic in Keremeos. Yesterday we had asparagus fresh from Keremeos, or Costin, depending on where it's grown, but I think it was grown right in Keremeos. They claim it's theirs. But I'm just going to chop this up. And because I like garlic kind of chunky, I'm going to put it in just like that.
If you like our content, please hit like, share, and subscribe.